There you go. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today is a bit of a special video. As you can see by the video thumbnail and title, we've picked up an engine. To be specific, an SR20DET engine. So this was more of an impulse buy. This doesn't have a specific reason for it. It just came up for sale, was cheap, so I couldn't pass on it, so I just went up and collected it. On the ad, it states that it has supposed piston rings. It's low on compression on cylinder 4 and 3, if I remember correctly, 4 and 3. I have no use for this engine as of right now, but I'm pretty certain we'll find a use for it. So this is a little side quest at the moment. We're going to get back to the shed. I'm going to just unload it, tuck it in the corner, and we're just going to leave it for now until I find a use for this engine. But I couldn't pass on it. It was too good. An SR20DET. I just couldn't. I had to get it. So now we just stopped in supermarkets, had to get some food. It's been a long morning, and then we're going to continue on with the journey, and we'll show you a bit more on it when we get to the shed. We're fed. It's time to hit the road, man.
Because it's hitting out somewhere.
Like this, like. Let's go. Pump. Pump. Drop it.
Is this liquid?
Put the tire in the bottom.
I'm holding that knot together. Right, we're back. Engine, oh, where it is. Engine is in the shed. So now today is 2 days after we collected the engine, and 1 day after, or the next day from the previous clips that you've seen of us unloading the engine from the car. We have welcomed into the Menace Guard an SR20DET. I have zero knowledge of this engine. It came up, actually the funny story is it actually came up on my notifications on the watch saying 750 for SR20DET. So I got curious, like what? Looked at it, I seen 20 minutes ago, I said, right, I cannot miss out on this, regardless of what's wrong with this engine. So what I've been told about this engine is that it's low on compression. The guy said to me that it's suspected to be piston rings. Now, if it is piston rings, we don't know, we don't have a clue. We're going to take a peek inside the engine with a camera. A sneaky camera. Sneaky camera. But yeah, we're going to have a look inside the engine. We're going to try to rotate it over, having just a general overlook. It won't be too bad. It won't be too bad. I hope. I hope it won't be too bad. Generally on the outside, it looks okay. It's not too bad. You can see throttle body nice and handy. Water pump is fine. It's the slick top as well, or the non-notch, which means it's the non-VVTi version of the SR20. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not the worst of cases, it's not the worst of scenarios. Now, we have also engine mounts already on this. You may see that these engine mounts are custom made. The guy told me that these engine mounts are to fit a E46. Yeah, the plan is to put this SR20 into the E46. Not yet. Now that's the thing, not yet. This SR20 will be stripped down. We're going to strip this engine down to the bare block. We're going to clean it. We're going to resurface everything. We're going to rehone the cylinders if need be. We have to get oversized pistons if we have to. No problem at all. It will be fully refurbed engine. After that, obviously we're going to throw a little paint. We're probably going to paint the same color as the interior of the E46. We're going to throw in some nice colors on there. It'll be nice. It will be a nice looking engine. And then in 7 months time, put this engine into the E46, and that will be nice and perfect then. But yeah, no, the suspected piston rings is something that we're going to definitely have to address in the future. I'm going to get an engine stand just like this one where the 2TZ is sitting. I'm going to get an engine stand like that, and I'm just going to put it on the engine stand and throw it in the corner, especially when the N52 from my drift car goes. So then at least it'll have a place to live. It's missing a lot of auxiliaries. But it looks things, it's missing injectors. Now I don't know if these are injectors, I'm not too sure. I don't have a clue about this. I guess it's worth a look. Have a look inside. These injectors? Oh, these could be injectors. Okay, well these might be injectors, so I'm not sure. It look like injectors. If it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it might not be a duck. Yeah. It already has a Jens Speed. From what I've been told, it has a Jens Speed exhaust manifold as well for a T3, but it looks like a T4 because it's very rectangular. Now, I don't want to say anything, but that'll be on. That'll be staying on. Like I said, E46 engine mounts, or made for E46. Jens Speed exhaust turbo manifold. Just their standard intake. Now, I'd love to get a FMIC air intake for this. Could be really cool. Be really nice to see that with a nice turbo and everything like that. No, this will be nice. The aim will be 320, 350 brake. That'll be the aim. Now, will we actually get that? I'm not sure. A lot of, like I mentioned also earlier, there's a lot of auxiliaries missing. You can see nothing is on here. It's okay. It's okay. We will mind that. So, gonna set the camera up now, just on the ground here. We're going to set up the Boroscope camera, I think. Set that up as well. We're gonna connect it to the phone, and we can then start having a look inside a few places. Alright, we'll start by looking down the spark plugs. Right, all 4 spark plugs are out. So what we're gonna now is we're gonna stick the camera. Bit disconnected. Right, let me just reconnect it real quick. There we go. Reconnected. Okay, cylinder number 1. Okay, now let's see. There's a bit of rust. Oh, don't disconnect on me now. Right, so let's just put it this way. It's lagging way too much. Yeah, it's lagging way too much. Yeah, that's a lot of carbon buildup. Now, this is the cylinder. It's a lot of rust. You can see a lot of rust in there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the engine, or crank it over. Now. Right. You can see a bit more now. You can see that there is a good bit of rust around the edges, especially right up the top. Yeah, it's not that great, but look, I mentioned earlier, we're going to be stripping this whole engine down and rebuilding it. Now, cylinder number 4. Come on, there we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so at least we know what we're dealing with for now. Right, we're going to probe the injector holes now just to kind of see down that side. Oh no! Spilled fuel on myself. Just so we can all see inside. Okay, this one is a small bit rusty, but it's not too bad. That's very clean. Very clean. Small bit of dust and rubbish on it, but it's fine. Okay, that's not bad at all. We won't have to even look inside the intake down here or here, there's no need. Okay. I am fairly confident to say I'm satisfied with the condition of this. Now, let's just put these spark plugs back in, just so that there's no more debris falling inside. Right, just to kind of show you that this engine does spin, but okay. I say that it spins, yeah, because it does. It does turn over, but it does not do a full turn because of the rust. There is, stops there. It will not turn over anymore because of the rust on the cylinder. So what now when it comes to the SR20 down there? Nothing. The engine's going to sit over in the corner, probably just over there, temporarily until I get an engine stand. Once I get an engine stand, we're going to mount it on, shove it in the corner, and just leave it there for now. Right now, we're way too busy with the 2JZ to get done. Also, I'm going to try and throw in paint, or try paint this car somewhere within the next 2 to 3 months as well. Now, will this be painted? I don't know. I can't tell because we're way too busy with the 2JZ. A little update about the 2JZ. I'm going to show you a little update. So, the update is 2JZ is currently sitting and waiting for a sump, a rear sump. I have managed to source one. I'm going to be waiting 2 weeks for it now. There is a guy just near my hometown. He has one, just waiting on his engine to come back, which has the sump, so then I can give him mine and pay extra. And yeah, anyways, I've a sump sorted. Sump is sorted. I have the gearbox sorted as well. I got this over in Dublin, cleaned, just brought it back, cleaned it with a wire brush. I have also a clutch flywheel pressure plate, and it's all upstairs. It's just sitting there somewhere. Yeah, that's waiting as well. The bell housing is right there for the 2J, which is going to be welded onto that. That's waiting. Everything's pretty much waiting. Now it's just a waiting game. In the meantime, I could be ordering some parts, which would not be a bad shout at all, as we have only, today's 2nd of January 2025, so Happy New Year. We only have a month and a half of realistic time to get this car driving and everything. Like this now, I mean, that includes map, tuning, the whole thing, running ready for track. A month and a half, which is very little time to get this 2JZ done. I'd say we will have the engine sitting in the car in 2 weeks time. That's what I'm hoping for, that's what we're aiming for. Because then from there, it shouldn't be too bad to get the rest of the stuff. Intercooler pipe kits, radiators, manifold, service kit for this as well, because engine has been sitting there for a year, and previous to that it's just been sitting inside a car which hasn't been running or driving. While the engine's out, it's best to do the rear crank main seal and the front as well. It's a good thing to do. They're not that expensive, they're about 12 euros. in flows, I think. I think the 12 euros in flows. Worth doing, may as well do it. Same thing is gonna happen with this. When we're rebuilding this. All gaskets, all seals, everything will be done. But yeah, I have very little time. So, yeah, that is the story with the SR20. Shoved in the corner for now. And just left sitting. And yeah, and the 2GZ update, we'll get it done. It's not an issue. Thank you guys so much for the support on the previous few videos. It means a lot. I was very excited to get started on the 2GZ with the E19. Thank you so much for the support on the previous few videos. I'm always overwhelmed seeing all the nice comments. Thank you so much. There's a lot more to come in the future, a lot more planned. This might have been a short video, as I would like it to have to be, but it is what it is. Right. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. As always, you know what to do. And we will see you in the next one.